So the second part of the question says, what if this was done as a share deal? Okay, so you are paying with shares. Okay, now what is the range? The range is still the same. Okay, so the range has to be between $10 to $20 per share. So the same as the cash range. However, there's a difference. We're paying with shares now. So how many shares of A would you have to give to B? And in the first case, it's relatively straightforward. Okay, so in A shares are actually not at the first one. Let's do the second one. This one will be easier, the higher end. A shares are $20 per share. Okay, so that was, I'll just scroll back up here. So that was given. A has $20 a share. But if they're paying the maximum, then what this really means is, another way of saying it is that B gets all the synergies. So A is sort of breaking even on this whole transaction. But that's fine. They're willing to pay it. It's a break even, but it's still possible for the transaction to occur. So how much is the share ratio? If A shares are worth $20 a share, and they're giving all the synergies to B, and you want to pay them $20, that's what what the synergy transaction would mean. Therefore, B receives 1 share of A for each share of B. Okay, so they get 1 share of A, which is worth $20 for each share of B. So they're getting $20, and that's the maximum that A will pay. So that's the top end of the range, 1 to 1. What's the least? So the least is $10 per share that B will take. Now, if B takes $10 a share, who's getting the synergies? A gets all the synergies. And the reason this is important in this part of the example is because the price of A will change if they get all the synergies. So the new price of A, if they got all the synergies, is going to be the original price plus the added value from synergies. Okay, so the original price for the share for A was $20. Okay, so that's given. But we got $100 of synergies that they could spread over $25 or 25 shares of A. So if they did that, the price of A shares would go up to $24 a share. And now we are going to pay B $10 with A shares. So how many shares do we need to give? We must give $10 divided by the $24, which is the new price of A. So 0.417. So the price range is the share sale range is 0.417 to 1.0 shares of A for 1 share of B. Okay, so the only trick in this one is that on one end of the range, you assume the synergies go entirely to A, and the price has to be rechanged. And the third question is quite simple once you've done this. All it's asking, let's go back and read it. It's asking, would a transaction occur if B would like to receive 1 new share of A by exchanging 2 shares of B? So what they're saying here is that the exchange ratio is equal to 1 share of A for 2 shares of B, which is 0.5. Okay. And you can see that in this case, it fits right in the middle. So the answer is yes, a transaction would occur.